This is Canva, and they have a free version. They also have a paid version. I think the Canva Pro is like maybe $8 or $12 a month. It's still very affordable. Great thing about Canva is you can create all of your content in Canva. So this is all of our content that we've created in the past, but they have templates. Okay, I want to start creating some content for Instagram. So you can search Instagram posts, right? And the Instagram posts are 1080 by 1080. So they're like a perfect little box. That's the perfect size for Instagram and for Facebook. So you can repurpose this content on Facebook and on Instagram. Reels are like basically a different size, and YouTube is also a different size. So if we're talking about Facebook and Instagram, 1080 by 1080 will be perfectly fine. You can select a theme. So if you want to do like a sale or a post, say even you want to do like Instagram credit, we'll just type that in the search box up here, right? Boom, we've got a whole bunch of templates with credit stuff already in there. So we can take this little template right here that's already in Canva and we can make it our own. We can customize the template and we can start creating our own content. All that we would really need to do if we have the template is just add our logo and maybe add a picture of ourselves on here and maybe put some, additional verbiage on there. But everything is customizable. You can change this. You can say this is credit score matters or something like that, right? So in Canva, everything is editable to your business. You can change the word, you can add text, you can add elements. There's all of these templates that you can start from. So you'll see this one right here. I actually made a template out of this. So if you go to my one right here, we took this and we just edited a little bit. We kind of made this guy a little bit bigger and, just edited that to our branding, and you can add your logo to it. Once we're done with this, I'm going to go on to Freelancer and I'm going to show you guys how to do a logo contest, because doing a logo contest, in my opinion, is the best way to go about getting a logo. Why? Because you're not stuck to just one option. When you go to someone on Fiverr and say, hey, can you create a logo for me? They might give you a few options, but you're going to be very limited. When you do a logo contest, you're going to get hundreds of applicants, and then you can pick the one that you like. You can ask for edits. You can ask them to change something. So it's completely customizable to you and your business and what you like. The only hard thing about it is actually picking one, right? And then that one that you select, you're going to award the contest fee to that particular person that submitted to your contest. But these are all templates. You'll notice, this one I actually used on the Fire Your Boss. A lot of these templates you're going to see in my branding, because we'll go in and we'll look at different templates and then we'll just edit them to our business. So say, for example, you wanted to look up everything credit related, right? You can just type in the word credit. Here's a ton of different pieces of content that have to do with credit. They might not all be what you want them to say, but that's why you can open them up and you can edit the text. You can add your logo to it. You can do pretty much anything that you want with Canva. Let me show you guys something else. I also create ebook covers in Canva. I can do YouTube thumbnails in Canva. Let me give you guys an example. So, before when I would do my reels, and mind you, like I got monetized on Facebook for my reels. So just being consistent helps. But if I wanted to do like a thumbnail for my reels, you can actually upload a cover photo. So like here, this is where we were kind of doing a cover for all of our reels, but then now we just don't have time. So this is a perfect example of what a cover would look like for a reel. They're a different size. So you just have to consider, and that's why you'll see the little space at the bottom, because this is 1080 by 1080. The space up here and the space down here, this is a 916 size. So this is the size for the reels. But when you post it to your page, these are all reels, right? But when I go over to my posts, we make sure that all of the posts are 1080 by 1080. So they post properly in here. When you look at those old reels, they will show perfectly within the box, because this is 1080 by 1080, but reels are 9 by 16. You just have to adjust them so they post properly in your timeline here, because people are going to scroll through your timeline. People probably can't scroll through my timeline anymore because they're going to get lost with all this stuff in here. A lot of people, they might dig deep, and they'll go back to some of these. These are all covers for reels. And you can see the little reel box up here. Reels, short form videos, 30 seconds. That's what reels should be. Sometimes go to 60 seconds. Facebook, you can do up to 30 seconds. Instagram, you can do up to 60 seconds. And reels are meant for short form video. So try to make it 30 seconds or less and eye catching, right? You want to get people's attention right away. I did my secret lenders list in Canva. When you first log into Canva and you go to your homepage, you're going to see all of your most recent designs. We have everything saved in here. These are all of the pieces of content. There's so much to talk about Canva. I get lost with Canva. But say, for example, this is one I just did. Say you do a template, right? You do something where it's like the same background and you can create a whole bunch of pieces of content with that same background, like I did with this page. So I did this, I did this, I did this. Notice it's the same background, but I just changed some of the pieces of art on it. Okay. You can duplicate pages, duplicate the page, and then just edit it. So I can change this picture. I can edit the picture. I can remove that picture. I can add more pictures if I wanted to add like a review, right? So see how I just imported, I took a screenshot of this from our Google page, and now I just put that on a piece of content. So instead of saying got Tradelines, I can say need credit boost. And if I wanted to change this, I could just delete it. I do key commands. Control or Command C is copy. Control V is paste. So I do a lot of key commands because I went to college for graphic design. You guys might think, oh, well, you went to school for graphic design, so of course you're going to be better. No, I hated it and I'm not good at it. Okay. I never even really took it serious. But see, that was easy to do. You don't even necessarily need 3, but maybe you just needed 1. Need a credit boost. You want to keep it short and simple because your job with content is to get someone's attention. Okay. You don't need to overcrowd it. I tend to do that, but something like this, where it's just simple, like you want to get someone's attention. And then you can do something like this, where here's your social proof, or here's some results, right? But all this stuff is customizable. The only thing that I'm really missing would be like my picture. So I took this picture. This was when I first started doing content. Obviously, the background is freaking horrible, right? But you could take any picture. And guess what? I'm going to go right here. I'm going to hit edit image, and I'm going to hit the background remover. This is Canva Pro. This is not included with the free version, but the background remover is something amazing. It removes the background, and you can literally use any picture that you have and remove your background. Boom. Look at that. So say, for example, I wanted to make it smaller, or if I wanted an element is some sort of artwork, some sort of shape. You can create like a photo that's like a circle, because I like to put my photos inside of like little circles. So you can go to photo frames right here. I can select this little photo frame. It's a circle photo frame, and I could put my picture inside this photo frame. So now it's kind of like circle. But say, for example, I wanted to move myself because I don't like the way I looked. Just double click on it to where you can edit it. You can pull yourself over. Okay. Or you can pull yourself, you can edit and crop the picture. So that picture, you saw how crappy it looked. Now it looks good. Maybe just move that down a little bit, or you can make it, however you wanted to. That might not be the best. Circle doesn't look that great here, but you can select any of these. You can select an oval. You can select a phone. These are all mock-ups that you can add a photo to. If I wanted to add myself to a diamond, I have to detach. If you right click on your photos, you're going to get options here. So you can say detach the image. If you right click, you can bring things to frontwards, backwards. You can delete it. You can copy it. You can add a link to it, meaning you're going to link this photo to like a website, right? That's what I did for the secret lenders list. I edited links. So when they click on certain photos, it takes them to a link, a page to sign up. So I just added myself to a diamond, move myself over in the front. Boom. If you ever feel like, oh, I just did something, I want to undo it, there's a little undo button right here, a back arrow. So you can hit undo and you can undo what you just did, because sometimes I catch myself doing that. Like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. So looky here. Diamond doesn't look that great, but you get the idea. You can add yourself to whatever frame you want, a circle frame. If I wanted to add this circle frame, I would just right click, detach myself from this image, get rid of the diamond. And I'm going to go ahead and just put myself in the circle right there. If I wanted to adjust where I was sitting, I would just double click on it, pull myself over like that. Okay, boom. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Cancel. I'm going to hit the back button. So that's a prime example of how I could brand myself, because you always want to include on your branding professional looking photo of yourself. But of course, sometimes when we have good pictures of ourselves, the backgrounds suck. Like it's like a whole bunch of other stuff, but the background remover is literally going to be your best friend, because now this looks super professional, right? This looks like maybe I just paid someone to do this piece of content for me. You know, you could put your picture up here, you could put it down here, you could put it anywhere you wanted to, really, and create all custom content for your clients, because this is what people want to see. They want to see the social proof. They want to see the results. Here's another one. Like that's just showing results. The only thing I would be missing is like a picture of yourself, right? Even if you're a consulting business, any type of business, you want to brand yourself with it. You want to put a picture of yourself. If you don't want to use a picture of yourself, have an avatar or have a cartoon image of yourself. So that way people can start getting familiarized with your brand, with who you are. People can go to one of my 3 Instagram pages. I have 3 Instagram pages, entrepreneurship.fit, Credit Coach Pros, and The Real Nicole Scott. With all of those pages, my picture is on damn near everything. So my face is all over the place. So if anyone goes to any of those pages, they'll recognize me, because they're like, oh, wait, that's that same girl. That's that same lady, or that's that same guy. Because you want to brand yourself. You want to have similar photos where they can tell, oh yeah, that's that person. They do credit. Yeah, I've seen them before. Because in reality, someone is going to need to see your picture, your branding, your content 5 to 7 times before they take action. You need to be posting content a minimum of 3 times a day. We might post more than that, sometimes, and that's okay. But if you go to my page, we're posting at least 3 times a day. One time is we have a do you know. Right now, one of our campaigns is did you know? Fun facts, right? Here's a fun fact about credit. Did you know this? Motivational. People sometimes need to pick me up in the morning. So in the morning, we do our motivational. Afternoon, we might do some sort of client results post. In the evening, we might do something funny, So pick a schedule, stick with it, create your content. You can duplicate it. So let me give you guys an example. Let me go to some of these content pieces that we've done recently that are some of the campaigns that we're running right now. And I'll give you guys an example. We have folders. You can organize it. You can go to your projects folder and you can organize all this stuff so you don't get, because I have multiple businesses. So I have different folders. I have Credit Coach Pros content. This is all my Credit Coach Pro content. Me and my VAs, I hire virtual assistants from the Philippines to assist me. And I highly recommend, if you don't have the time to create the content, or maybe if you feel like this isn't your strong suit, hire a professional. You can hire a virtual assistant from the Philippines, typically $100 to $150 a week full-time, or if you could do it piece by piece. I wouldn't pay more than $5 to $10 to have someone do content for me, because you could totally do this yourself. This is one campaign that we're doing right now where we're just advertising business services, right? I did one template and then we just duplicated the template. So this is basically the concept right here, right? And then I can just duplicate this page and create a whole bunch of different pieces of content. This particular piece of content, we were able to get like 12, probably more than that. Here's another one. We do funny stuff, and we try to, bring light to people's bad credit, because it's funny. People like funny stuff. So let's see here. These are funny memes. We have 32 different pieces of content that we can post. Now, I'm going to show you guys how we organize our content as well. I use an application called Trello, and Trello is a workboard. And it's going to help you guys organize your content, because you can't just start creating content, not have a strategy or a plan. You have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan. This is all of our content. Okay. We have a strategy. We know it seems like a lot, right? But this board I built from scratch. So it has like our logos, different information. I use Hootsuite as a posting scheduler app where you can basically schedule all of your posts out and it will automatically post it for you. You can also do this, and we're going to talk about more next week. You can also post your content for Facebook and Instagram using your Facebook Business Manager suite, the Business Suite Manager. You can schedule content out doing that. I use Hootsuite because we have multiple Facebook pages and we have multiple Instagram pages. And if you are doing it on Facebook Suite Manager or Facebook Business Manager, you would only have to have one account, one Instagram, one Facebook, or you'll have to do it for each of those. So since we have so many, we use Hootsuite. It's about $75 a month and you can schedule out all of your content. But you want to make yourself be known. You want to brand yourself properly, right? These are all of our approved pieces of content. So whenever we're completed with content and it's approved, we come over to Trello and we drop all of the content into Trello, and then we'll make the captions for it. These ones don't have captions yet, but let's look at some of these. These ones don't have captions yet, but some of them do. But we save everything in Trello. And then at the end, we have all of these that are completed. Like all of these are completed. Normally we have all of the descriptions, all of the captions that we put on social media. They are in the description along with all of the hashtags. You can use up to 30 hashtags on Instagram. You might not need 30, but I use hashtag where you can basically just copy it, because you definitely want to use hashtags with your post. You can use up to 30, and this is going to help people find you. And this hashtag app that I use, it's free, and you can always adjust it and add certain hashtags that you would want. But best-hashtags.com, type in credit repair and we hit search. I can copy all of these right here. It'll copy all of those hashtags, and I might not want to use all of them, but then I can go over to Trello and I can edit my piece of content, because you want to keep everything organized. Trello's free. It's just a matter of being organized. So once we're completed with our content in Canva, we drop it in Trello, and that way we can save everything. So say, for example, we wanted to come over here and work on a piece of content that we're posting soon. So this, we need to do the caption. So we'll post in our hashtags. Now, let me show you guys something real fast. Find someone that does this. When you go to someone's social media page, it's not going to automatically put spaces in your stuff. Some people use periods to break it up, and some people use an application to break it up. So she looks like she's doing spaces. In some people's postings, you'll see a bunch of periods where they're trying to break up their context. I use an app on my phone. It's called Post Builder, and I'm not sure if they have it for the computer, but this is the Post Builder app. It's a free app. You can download it on your phone, and it will allow you to use custom fonts, create line breaks. I don't recommend using this to schedule, but it's great for line breaks, custom fonts, and for you to be able to save all of your captions. So whenever I post videos, I'll go on my phone, I'll use Post Builder, I'll make my caption and I'll put my hashtags in there, and I'll be able to copy that to all of the different platforms that I'm posting my video: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. I'm on all of those platforms. I did not start off on all those platforms, but gradually I got to all those platforms. So right now, just pick one. Just pick one platform. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you want to start with Instagram, start with Instagram. If you want to start with Facebook, start with Facebook. Start wherever platform you're most popular. I was not popular on Instagram at all when I first started, but I built my brand. I got a lot of followers. I also run ads, so that helps out as well. And we'll get into how to run ads. I'm not an ads expert, but I've paid a lot of other people for ads with no results. And when I run my own ads, I get results. So I honestly feel like you as a business owner, you have to know how to run your own ads, because you pay an agency, you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars for the agency, and you're also going to be paying hundreds of dollars for ads. And if they're not generating any dollars, your ass is out. So that's happened to me before, where I paid an agency with no results and it sucked. So you definitely want your stuff to look professional, because if you don't have line breaks on social media, it all just jumbles together. It looks really, really bad. So let's see if this lady has her line breaks in. She does not have line breaks. It's hard to read this. You want to make it easy for your clients to read. Her branding looks good. Now, this one, the line breaks are proper. She's got line breaks. This is way easier to read. Okay. But when everything is just like all in one paragraph, it's going to make it really hard for your clients to read. I don't recommend even making a caption that's this long, because nobody's going to read it. Okay. The point of Instagram, the point of social media is for whatever you have to say in your caption to go on your content. Less is better, because what your goal is, the people that are reading this to schedule a call with you or to buy something from you. So you need to put a call of action, just a brief caption right there with, hey, here's the link to my calendar. Go ahead and schedule a link, because that's the goal. Nobody's really going to read all this crap in here. So don't waste your time. Okay. Put what you can, put all that information that you want people to see in your post here. Okay. So she's doing a good job at branding herself. Her branding looks really good. She's got line breaks in her posts. And I guarantee you, she probably made most of this stuff in Canva, because all of these right here is the same template. All this stuff is the same template. All that she's doing is changing the words in Canva. Okay. That's all she's doing. She got a good little template that looks good for her branding, and she's just changing it on up. Okay. And the line breaks look good, but you have to use an app like Post Builder to get those line breaks. And you can also use custom font. Make a post like this. If I try to like space it out, the spaces are not going to show on Instagram. Okay. They're not going to transform unless you use some sort of posting app. If you are posting something, you might see a lot of people that do this. That's how they break the lines up, but it looks really bad. Okay. So you want to just use a line posting app like Post Builder, which is only available on mobile. But then once you have your caption and you have everything saved, put it in Trello. Okay. Get you a content board, put all your content in here, download all this stuff on your phone. I do most of my stuff from my phone. You can save the post and put it into Trello. Once you copy the post from Post Builder and you put it into Trello, the spacing will be saved. So you'll be able to save the exact format that you did in Post Builder. And then you can just save it here. So when you come back in here, you can just simply copy it and you can paste it into your social media. You definitely want to have some sort of calendar. Like this is our social media calendar right here, right? We know what we're posting. We have all of our content completed. We have our content scheduled out. You want to have your content scheduled out for at least a week. Okay. So if you're doing 3 pieces of content per day, there's 7 days in a week, you're going to need, at least X amount of pieces of content. So that's why Canva is so awesome, because this is a template. So all that we're doing is we could duplicate the page and we can just change the words. We can change the picture. We're using the same template. Okay. Let's go into the secret lenders list and let's talk about that a little bit, because the secret lenders list, I've been able to collect a lot of email addresses from people, and I literally used Canva to do it. I put it into a Google Drive and I saved it as a PDF, but all of the links are interactive. So when someone clicks on there, they are able to go directly to the link that is on the file. We have a lot of content, and my content was not great when I first started. Look at this. When I first started, it started like this. Okay. You'll get better over time. I promise you, but I wasn't that great when I first started. It does take time to get used to it, but just remember, you can use a lot of photos in here. You can do the background replacement where you erase the background basically. And once you get the hang of it, you can even offer to create content for other people. I've done that in the past where I've done ebook covers for people. I've done content for people. I've done, a lot for people that just don't have the time to do it. You can also hire a virtual assistant to help you create content. Here's the ebook cover that I just did for somebody. Ebook covers are typically 8.5 by 11. If you wanted to resize something, you can resize anything here. You'll see the custom width, but you can also say, for example, you're like, well, I want to resize this to be for like a Facebook Reels. Oh, here it is. Instagram Reels video. 1080 by 1920. So say we wanted to change that. You can copy and resize it. So it'll make a copy of this and it'll resize it, or you can just resize it. So if I just hit copy and resize, it'll automatically resize this piece of content. It'll be the correct size to post as like an Instagram reel cover. Okay. This is the exact size. So you can resize pretty much any piece of content. But again, they have so many templates in here that you can really, get pretty damn creative with what we got in here. So this is a secret lenders list, and you see it's 38 pages. But what I've done is I just made it my own. This was actually gifted to me by somebody else. And I went in here and I made it my own. I put my picture on it. I added my logo. I added my website. I added just a brief introduction about myself. But guess what? All this stuff is changeable. So what I can do is I can actually share this with different people. I can share it. And I haven't even updated this since 9/19 of 21, but people are still getting it from like our landing pages, like on a daily basis. So it's still a very popular item. Once you open it, you want to go to the file and make a copy. Okay. File, make a copy. The good thing about Canva is it automatically saves, but you can also go in here and save. It automatically will save, but I always like to double check. So you can just hit save, and then you can go up here to rename it. So see, whenever I'm putting out a website or anything for that matter, you want to make it easy to read, easy for someone to read, easy for someone to follow with their eyes. Whatever is easy on the eyes, people are going to remember and people are going to follow. Okay. So whenever I'm writing out a website, I always capitalize the first letter of that word to help break up the website. Solution Lab Financial. It helps break up the website, and it helps my brain understand what I'm actually doing here, right? Because our goal when creating content is we want to make it easy, simple for people to read, because people don't like to read. Let's be honest. Who here is going to sit here and tell me that they read everything that they come across on social media? Almost nobody. So we got 3 to 5 seconds to catch someone's attention.